Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am diving into the world of clean, fresh fragrances. So if that's something that interests you, then stay tuned. Okay, so like I shared in my intro, I'm going to be diving into the world of clean, fresh fragrances, and I'm going to be starting out with fragrances that I use in the shower. I'm going to be using some deodorants, sharing with you some deodorants that I use, as well as some like hairspray, and then some really light, airy, fresh type fragrances that I happen to love. And I think that speaks volumes about who you are when you wear these fragrances. And sometimes it speaks more about, your fragrance says more about you than anything else. So anyway, if that interests you, then stay tuned. So I'm starting off with one of my favorites, and this is the Cristalle by Chanel. It is super lightweight, very airy. And let me read to you some of the notes that are on this. So the top note is lemon, mandarin, bergamot. The middle note is jasmine and honeysuckle. And the base notes are oak moss and vetiver. So it's a very light, airy type fragrance. That's not heavy at all. It's not too serious. It's just very lightweight. It makes you feel very clean when you put this on, like you just took a shower. And that happens to be like my favorite fragrance, is just like clean, like I just showered, like I'm just like, you know, running out the door and I can feel like I'm fresh. And that's really the way I like to feel when I put on a fragrance. I don't like anything too heavy or too serious, and especially in the summer and winter times. So anyway, this is a personal favorite. Let's see, the price for this is $120. It is 50 milliliters. Yeah, and I've had this now for 2 years, I think. So yeah, it's a nice one. I had the hardest time finding this too when I was out looking for it. So it was like on back order for like the longest time, no matter where I went. So, but I think it's, you know, you can go to a Chanel boutique now and you can find this. Next, I'm going to be jumping. I have a few JoMalone fragrances. So if you like JoMalone, which I happen to adore, like most of her fragrances, then I've got like 2 or 3, I think, that I'm going to be covering in today's video. JoMalone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. And this one, like, I love taking this one, and you can see it's a travel size, on a vacation with me, because it just, especially if you're going to the beach, like it just kind of, like the sea salt, and it just kind of, I don't know, like it has this fresh, airy type smell to it that I really enjoy. And it's super simple too. The top note is ambrette seeds. The middle note is sea salt. And then the bottom note, obviously, is sage. And the sage really comes through. It smells lovely, it really does. Retails for 100 millimeter bottle, retails for $145. I like to pair this with, like, and sometimes I start my fragrance thing in the shower, right? So do you know what I like to pair this with? I love to pair it with this body wash. This is the Superfood Niacinamide Body Wash by Youth to the People, and it has cedarwood, black pepper, and fresh greens in it. And again, it's a very nice, airy, lightweight type, not a heavy perfumey type smell to it. And I start with in the shower with this, and you know what? I love it. I really do. This also has citrus in it. The retail price is $28 for 16 ounces. That's a really good deal too, and it's lovely. I can't even tell you how lovely the smell is. The cedarwood really comes in, so if you like that smell, you'll really enjoy this. And you can pair this with a bunch of different things. Like if you have some fragrances that have a lot of citrus in it, or like anything like, you know, like woodsy, then this is a good body wash to use. Okay, so this next fragrance I really love. It is the it is the Lime Basil Mandarin by JoMalone. It's also one of my favorites. This one is very zesty. It's very uplifting and fresh. The note is mandarin lime. The note is basil, and then the base note is amberwood, which I love amberwood. I just love the way it, I don't know, like it's one of my favorite smells. So I love that. It retails for $145 for 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters. And that's by JoMalone. And again, if you're looking to enhance the smell a little bit, I love this body wash by Native. It is the citrus and herbal musk. And you know, sometimes, again, like I have a theme, like I want to use some of these citrusy fragrances while I start in the shower, and then I just continue to spray it on my body. afterwards. I pretty much spray it like when I'm getting dressed. I'll spray it on different parts of my body, and then I'll get dressed, and then if anything I might spray it on the back of my hair or something like that. So I just don't spray it on my wrist, which is what I grew up doing. Like, I don't know why, but that's the only place we ever put it, was on our wrist or on our neck, you know. So anyway, this just complements it really nicely. This is the native citrus herbal musk. This next fragrance, this is a fragrance enhancer, and it's called I don't know what, right? So if you put on your fragrance and then you spray this over the top of it, it enhances the fragrance in whatever you put on, and it just kind of gives it an extra pop to that. So, and you're like, and the reason they call it I don't know what is because after you put it, supposedly after you put it on, you're going, oh, I don't know what that is, but it just kind of pops it up a little bit, and that is called, again, it's by Durga, and it is I don't know what. So this product, this I don't know what, you can purchase it at Nordstrom's. It retails for $75 for I guess a quarter of an ounce of I don't know what, which is this how much is this here? One of my favorite deodorants to use, and yeah, I do believe deodorants are a fragrance, is this one by Tumi. Okay, it is lavender and, what is it? Lavender and sage. Again, I would pair this with something else that had sage in it. And it just kind of enhances the fragrance. And this retails for, this is 2.7 ounces, and it retails for $35. So yeah, you can put this deodorant all over your body, any places that you sweat. But it has a really strong lavender fragrance to it. So I love it. So anyway, yeah, you can put this anywhere, you know, your underarms. If you get chafed legs, you can put it there too. Anywhere that you sweat. Another one of my favorite body washes is, and you have to try this one. This is by Necessitaire, and this has eucalyptus in it. This is lovely, a lovely smell. I would pair that with, this is a spray here by Diptyque, and this is 34 Boulevard. I love this. Again, lovely smell. They say it's a hair, like a hair cologne, but you can wear it, you know, anywhere. And I love to pair it with these two together, like take a shower with this and then put this on afterwards. Just kind of spray it all over, and but it stays throughout the day is what I like about it, and it doesn't get too heavy, and the smell doesn't change too much. Do you ever put smells on sometimes and, like, you know, you smell it like 2 hours later and you're like, oh, I don't like that smell anymore. Like, I feel, I don't know, like I just don't like the way it's making me feel. So this one does not change at all. The notes in this are, the top note is blackcurrant and green leaves. The middle note is rose, Egyptian jasmine. And then the base note is patchouli and moss. So I would say the thing that comes through the most on this would be, yeah, it must be the moss that's coming through, because there is rose, but I don't pick up on rose when I smell this. I don't personally like rose, but I don't really smell the rose in here. And that is like one of the middle notes. But the base note is patchouli and moss. So anyway, and okay, now this one here, like I just mentioned, this limited edition one by JoMalone, this orange peel. I have this one here. Again, it's JoMalone, right? They still have this one. I don't think they have the limited edition one anymore. It is Bitter Mandarin Cologne, and oh god, and it is a lot different than this one. But they're both beautiful. They really are. I love all of her fragrance. The only thing I don't like is the one with pear. So anyway, if you use any of these fragrances, or you have a favorite fragrance, please leave us let us know in the comments below. So anyway, if you're getting any value from this video, please consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. So this one here is, and this is Bitter Mandarin, right? Which says it right there in the title. The middle note is jasmine and neroli, and the neroli really does come through on this, so if you're a big fan for neroli, like, you would love this. And then the base note is amber. So I'm really picking up on the amber and the neroli, and of course, like, there's like a hint of the orange in it. And again, I would pair that. I would pair it with this body wash that has the citrus and musk together. I don't know, it just kind of enhances it. This retails for 100 milliliters. It retails for $145. Retails for 100 milliliters. It retails for $145. Okay, and I have one more to share with you. and it is up by Hermetica. And where is she? Right here. Okay. This top note is blackcurrant. The middle note is peony and rose, which I'm not really picking up again on the rose. And then the base note is sandalwood, and that's really what I'm picking up on. It's the sandalwood. Now, you know what? You can pick up on the rose too, but it's not like, I don't like anything too heavy with the rose. Like, this is a very faint rose smell. Yeah, and that is peony pop. And again, like, you can use a fragrance enhancer like this one, I don't know what, if you really like the smell of this, just to kind of enhance it. I'm not quite sure how, that's my cat. I'm not quite sure how a fragrance enhancer works, but I know that you can layer a bunch of different fragrances to kind of come up with your own, you know, specific scent that you like. And then I have one more thing I want to share with you, and that is my favorite hairspray and the scent of that, and that is Moroccan oil hairspray. Now, I can spray this on my hair, you know, just after I, you know, blow it out and curled it or whatever, and then go out, and I'll have so many people compliment me on this. What are you wearing? And I'm like, it's actually, I have hairspray on, and that's really what it is the smell of that. And if you've never smelled Moroccan oil, you know what, let me see what notes are in Moroccan oil. I'm not even quite sure what notes are in it, but it's really like, everybody's like, ooh, what's that smell like? Actually, to purchase, they do have a body cream that I tried, but for some reason it just didn't translate well onto my skin. I don't know why, but this does. So it is Bittersweet Floras of Spicy Amber, Magnolia, Woods, and Amber, which I happen to love amber. And it has a medium musky, perfumey smell to it, which they say, so if you like a musk smell, which I happen to love musk, you will love this hairspray on your hair. And yeah, just comment below, let me know what is your, like, my biggest fragrance that I wore as a young adult was Jean Naté. And does anybody remember Jean Naté? It was like the thing to wear, I don't know, back in the 70s and 80s, but I used to bathe myself in that from head to toe. I think it's, you can still get it, and it's kind of like a citrusy smell too. So I am definitely a big fan of citrusy smells, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks everyone for watching.